You're watching Palm Wine Stories. Sit, relax, and enjoy a tale well told. Let me tell you a story, my friend, a tale that traveled from the lips of elders to the ears of children, from one fire circle to the next, deep in the heart of a quiet village nestled beneath the lush green hills of eastern Nigeria. This is the story of Okonkwo, the palm wine tapper who tricked death itself and lived to tell the tale. Okonkwo was not a wealthy man, no. He owned no land, had no servants, and his only possessions were a rusted machete, a coil of old rope, and a deeply scarred calabash gourd. But he was known all across the neighboring villages for one thing, his palm wine. Sweet, strong, and with a fragrance that could awaken the ancestors. He climbed the tallest palm trees with the grace of a monkey and returned with wine so rich, people said it had to be blessed by the gods. Now, in those days, it was said that death moved silently through the forest and villages, taking people at will. Sometimes, it came with sickness. Other times, with accidents. But once it chose you, there was no escape. One evening, as the sun dipped low and the trees cast long shadows across the earth, Okonkwo sat beneath a palm tree, wiping his brow and sipping from his gourd. That's when a figure stepped out from the bush. Tall, cloaked in grey, eyes deep as the ocean, and skin like dried bark. It was Death. Okonkwo, Death said, in a voice that echoed without sound, your time has come. Now, most men would have frozen. Some would have screamed. But not Okonkwo. He looked up, eyes calm, and gave a small bow. Oh, great one, he said, voice steady, if truly my time has come, then I accept it. But surely, a guest of such power should not be received empty-handed. Let me offer you a cup of my finest palm wine before we go. Death, curious, nodded. Very well, he said. 1 cup. Okonkwo climbed the tree with practiced ease, as if age had never touched his bones. He filled his gourd and returned, handing it to Death with both hands. Death took one sip, then another, then drained the entire calabash. Oh, Death sighed. This wine, it tastes like the laughter of a newborn child, like the first rain after a long dry season. I am glad you enjoy it, Okonkwo smiled. But you see, I have a secret. I only tap such wine once a year, and tomorrow is the day I brew the rarest of all. Some say, even the gods have waited centuries to taste it. Death paused, intrigued. Is that so? Yes, Okonkwo nodded. If you could wait just one more day, I will offer you something no man or spirit has ever tasted. Death considered. His work was never ending. One day, he thought, would make no difference. Very well, Death said. I shall return tomorrow. And with that, he vanished into the shadows. The next day, Death came again. Okonkwo smiled, greeted him, and said, oh, you are early. But I must ask for one more favor. Today is the day I ferment the sap. Tomorrow, it will be ready. Death, already craving that heavenly taste, agreed once more. And so it went. Day after day, Okonkwo tricked Death with stories of new flavors, of rare trees, of a legendary recipe that needed just one more day. And every day, Death returned. But he never took Okonkwo. Villagers noticed. Year after year, Okonkwo grew older, but never weak. He outlived his friends, then their children, then even their grandchildren. They began to say he had cheated Death. Others claimed he had made a pact with spirits. But Okonkwo, he just smiled, climbed his trees, and made his wine. And some say, even now, if you travel to the old hills where the mist meets the palm tops, you'll find an old man with silver hair and sharp eyes, tapping sap as the sun rises, with a calabash gourd by his side. And if you ask him, he'll chuckle and say, Death. Or, that old fellow still comes around. But he's got a taste for fine wine, and I always have one more brew. If you enjoyed this story, drop a palm wine emoji in the comments, subscribe, and come back next Sunday for more palm wine stories.